Welcome back to Money Talks. I'm here with Mike Lomas. And Mike, of course it's tax season and everyone I know is already talking about everything they're going to do with their tax refund. So should these people be spending or saving? Do you think there's one way that's better than the other?
That's a great question. To answer your question about should I invest my tax return or not invest my tax return.
I was wondering if you were going to go back to my question at all.
Look, the fact is, I always say, look, try to put away 10, 15% of your income on a monthly basis, right? And we have folks that have put away 20, 30% of their income. And great, right? Of course, you don't want to put nothing away. You need, in a day and age where there's no pensions, very few pensions, the Social Security is questionable, meaning how are they going to fix that? Because that's going broke like every other government agency. So should I invest my money? Well, of course you should. I always say you should invest money up until the point where you can't afford to go out and have a pizza on a Friday night, right? I mean, we've had folks that just live paycheck to paycheck, but they're putting half their money away into some investment plan. I'm like, well, you have to live life too, right? You've got to have some fun with your life. So, I would say if you don't have a retirement account and you're getting a tax return back, yeah, you should be investing that money for better days.
Yeah, I know. Studies show that about 40% of Americans don't have employee-sponsored plans, and so it would be good then for them to maybe take their tax refund and maybe invest in an IRA, correct?
Absolutely. And when you're doing your tax return, talk to the tax advisor about whether it's in your best interest to put money into an individual retirement account. A good tax planner, I know we have Esther on from EG Tax, or you do, I should say, from EG Tax. Well, as she's doing the tax return, she'll say, look, if you put away X into an IRA account, here's what your tax return is going to look like. The other thing is, if you're a small business owner, you can set up a SEP, a self-employed pension plan, your own pension plan. You can put a lot more money away and deduct it. So, you got to take advantage of these things. You have up until you do your tax return to put money into these tax-deferred vehicles. And, look at, when it comes to, you all, most of the folks watching this know where I feel about government and taxation. And, anytime you can get some of your own money back, I'm all for it. So do whatever you can to try to maximize your return.
Now, you just mentioned that you can still open a plan for 2016 up until until tax season closes,
well,
right?
Until you do your return. Yeah, until you do your return. So once you do your return, you have up until you do your return tomorrow, then you've got to, put your money away. But if April 15th is the day, then that's, you've got up until then to put the money away.
And now there's all sorts of IRAs. Now, is there a difference for tax purposes between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA?
A traditional IRA, you get a tax break today and it grows tax deferred and you're going to pay those taxes in the future. A Roth IRA, you get no tax break today, but it's going to grow tax free. So I would sit down with, what I love is we have a qualified tax professional inside of our office. And so we'll work together to say, is it in your best interest to take a deduction today? Or is it better to have tax-free growth in the future? And, a lot of that is, where do you think tax rates are going to go in the future? But, look, they're both great vehicles. You got to figure out where your income is today, where you think it's going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, and then make the appropriate decisions. And you can use these vehicles too. A lot of people are thinking, well, we're just talking to folks that are accumulating wealth. There's a lot of folks in their 60s and 70s that should be doing Roth conversions. They should actually be converting part of their IRA account to a tax-free bucket because they're not paying taxes today, but their children will pay taxes and they can inherit something tax-free. So do the right distribution planning.
That kind of brings me to my next question. So you cannot have both, though. You can't open both a Roth and a traditional.
No, you're going to typically open one or the other. And again, it's going to come back to your tax bracket and more importantly, where you think your tax bracket's going to be in the future. So, but you can do a conversion. You can have a regular IRA and convert it to a Roth IRA. And we have a lot of folks that do that. They're not paying taxes now. Hey, convert that IRA account and have it grow tax-free. All
right. Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
If you'd like more information, you can reach Mike by calling the Financial Guys at 633-1515. That's 633-1515.